Hi everybody, Life with Aaron with you, and we've just gone through the holiday season. We're gearing up for New Year's, and there's a beverage that probably at least once a year makes its way into your household: Canada Dry Ginger Ale. So this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal fare. This video is the story of Canada Dry. The story of Canada Dry goes all the way back to 1890 in pharmacist John L. McCullough. He had started a bottling plant in Canada, and by 1904 had perfected what would then be called a pale ginger ale. In 1907, he would patent the name Canada Dry, and we would have the drink that we know and love today. The term pale or dry ginger ale actually derives from the fact that it wasn't as sweet as some of the current ginger ales of the time, which were heavy and syrupy and quite a bit sweeter than the ginger ales that we have today. In 1914, the creator of Canada Dry, Dr. McLaughlin, would pass away, and his brother Samuel would briefly run the company. P.D. Saylor and Associates would buy the company from the McLaughlin family and form Canada Dry Incorporated, a public company that would own the brand into the 1960s. In Canada, what had started out in a bottling plant in Toronto was primarily marketed as a marquee after-dinner beverage, really to an aristocratic clientele. Moving from the 30s into the 50s, the drink became much more accessible and was beginning to be bottled across the country. In fact, in Prohibition, it was very popular as a mixer to mask the harsh taste of what you were drinking at the time may or may not have virtually any alcohol content. And after Prohibition, the love of Canada Dry did not wane. By the 1960s, Norton Simon had started to take notice of the diversified product line by Canada Dry, and in 1964, he purchased it to go along with a slew of other companies under his banner, chief of which was Hunt Foods, that many of you might be familiar with. In 1982, Canada Dry would be acquired by the Dr.Pepper brand, only itself to be acquired in 1984, and Canada Dry sold off to cover debts to R.J. Reynolds, its Del Monte Foods division. R.J. Reynolds Nabisco would in turn sell the company to Cadbury Schweppes, and in the modern day, a Cadbury Schweppes subsidiary, Keurig Dr. Pepper, now is the owner of the Canada Dry copyright. From its humble beginnings as the creation of Dr. John McLaughlin in the early 1900s, bottled in one plant in Toronto, Canada, to its major expansion from the 30s to the 1950s, Canada Dry was now available across the world. This bottling plant you see in modern-day Iran. And the original product offering of that pale ginger ale now includes dozens and dozens and dozens of flavor combinations, again, all around the world. And one important part of Canada Dry's ginger ale has also brought it some controversy of late. Remember, it says made with real ginger. Well, in the state of New York, it has been found that it has so little ginger that it can no longer claim that. And people buying the drink specifically for the ginger content filed a class action lawsuit that was settled earlier this year. A lawsuit is said to be pending in Canada on the same subject, but as you can see, a can that I just bought still says made with real ginger. Thank you so much for watching today. The story of Canada Dry that started out as the creation of chemist and pharmacist Dr. John McCullough, originally marketed to the elite, but now, at least once or twice a year, in probably every one of our homes. Have a great one.